Chapter 12. The phrasal verbs. A phrasal verb can be called a compound verb and is made by joining a verb with a preposition or an adverb. Example: abide by, aim at, ask for, break up, to switch off, etc. A phrasal verb usually has a different meaning from that of the verb. Example: act upon, play, behave, etc. He acts upon my advice. He acts upon me well. Phrasal verb and word order. If the phrasal verb has no object, the adverb particle follows the verb directly. Example: he set off for Japan. Students ran away to the mountain. If the phrasal verb has a pronoun object, the adverb particle must follow the object directly. Example: she took them off. He gave it away. If the phrasal verb has a noun object, the adverb particle may be go before or after the object. Example: he took his shoes off, or he took off his shoes. She gave her money away. She gave away her money. If the object is long and would separate the verb from its particle too much, then we prefer to put the particle directly after the verb. Example: Raja gave away his table with a second hand, or Raja gave his chair away.
Some important phrasal verbs with their meaning and uses. Abide by. Keep to a rule, to promise. I shall abide by the rules and regulations of this school. Absent from. Away, not in existence. He was found absent from the class. Aim at. To point, to direct. The hunter aimed at the deer. Acquaint with. To make familiar. I'm not acquainted with the problems of this area. Act upon. To play, to behave. He acted upon my advice. Ashamed of. A feeling of shame. He is ashamed of his behavior at the school. Arrived at. To reach. We arrived at the bus stop at about 1 p.m. Argue with. To defend or to oppose. Do not argue with me. Answer to. To reply. Why don't you answer to my question? Ask after. To ask for information about. He asked after you. Ask for. To request, to demand, to ask, or to see or speak to someone. She asked for a helper. Ask out. Invite. I asked her out for a marriage party. Break up. To disperse. Seeing the police, the people broke up. Break out. To appear suddenly. Crisis has broken out in the politics. The First World War broke out in 1914. Break into. To make a hole in the wall. The thief broke into his house while he was away. Break down. Depression in health. To fail. To demolish. His health is breaking down day by day. The peace talk broke down and war broke out. They broke down the wall of this house. Break off. To stop. Seeing me, he broke off to discuss. Bring out. To publish. He brought out my autobiography. Bring about. To cause. His hard work has brought about his fame. Bring up. To train, to grow. You should bring up the orphan as your own child. Bring round. to persuade someone to change his opinion. We hope to bring him round to our point of view. Bring out, to extinguish. Bring out the lamp. Call at, to visit. She called at my house. Call up, to telephone. I called him up. Call out, to shout, to summon. He was calling out, but I paid no heed. The army was called out to control the situation. Call on, to appeal. He called on before the judge, but he did not care at all. Call off, to divert the attention. My attention was called off by the noise of the children. Call for, to demand. Her actions call for an explanation. Call in, to look in. You should call in a machine. Call by, to visit briefly when passing the house. I will call by and see you on my way to school. Call upon, appeal to. The teacher called upon the students to maintain discipline. Carry on, to continue. He carried on his business in the absence of his brother. Carry on with, continue. Carry on with your work. Carry out, to obey. He does not carry out his parents. Carry off, to kill, to honor, to win prize, etc. The lion carried off a person. Rajan carried off many prizes at the sports meet. Come about, to happen, to take place. The program will come about on next Monday. Come round, to regain health. He has come round after 10 days. Come across, to meet. I came across her yesterday. Come into, become heir to. Rajan came into the property after the death of his father. Come out of, to get clear of. Vipin came out of his difficulty. Came out with, disclose. Sachin came out with the truth. Come up, to be mentioned. This question came up in the examination. Come up to, be equal to. The house comes up to the standard. Cut down, or up, to cut into small pieces. They cut down the tree and cut in up for furniture. Cut out, to stop functioning. One of the railway engines cut out and it landed. Cut out of, to have qualities for. He was never cut out for this job. Do with, to make use of. What did he do with a piece of paper? Do without, to manage in the absence of a person or thing. We had to do without fruit during a certain time. Do for, to serve the purpose. This stool will do for a table. Do away with, to abolish. The dowry system should be done away with. Fall through, to fail. My scheme fell through for want of cooperation from other colleagues. Fall out, to quarrel. I do not know why they fell out with each other. Fall out with, to quarrel with. Kunal fell out with his brother. Fall in, to get into proper formation. The cadets on receiving orders fell in. Fall in with, to meet by chance, to agree with, to cooperate. I cannot fall in with your scheme. The school boys fell in with the principal. Fall back, to retreat. The enemy fell back in a dark room. Fall back on, to use in the absence of something better. We had to fall back on dirty water as fresh water was not available. Get at, to reach, to attain. He could not get at his purpose. Get up, to arrange. She is going to get up a dance program. Get to reach. He got to their palace. Get through, pass through, finish a thing. Get through these pictures. Get over, to overcome. He is getting over his illness. Get out, to leave. Get out from here. The child got off the chair. Get down, to descend. You will have to go down from your seat. Get about, to go all about, to move from one place to another. He does not get about on his feet. She got about in search of her lost daughter. Go on, to proceed. Go on reading. Go out, to stop. Your work should not be gone out. Go up, to ascend. The hunter had to go up the hill. Go off, to leave, to explode. His gun suddenly went off. Go into, to investigate. They went into this case successfully. Go for, to attack. Indian Army went for the Pak Army during the Indo-Pak War. Go by, to pass, to overlook. The train goes by the Red Fort. Go down, to sink. The ship went down in the water. Give up, to abandon. I have given up bad habits. Give over, to hand over. I have given over his book. Give in, to surrender. I would like to die than to give in. Give off, to exhale. Some flowers give off good smell in the evening. Give away, distribute. The principal gave away the prizes. Keep up, to maintain, to continue. I kept up my friendship with him. Keep up with, to keep pace with. You must read the books to keep up with the knowledge. Keep on, to continue. Radhika kept on dancing and singing. Keep out, to prevent from entering. This coat will keep out the cold. Keep off, to retain from walking on. Keep off the grass. Let out, allow to leave, to release. Let the servant be left out with a warning. Let off, to retain from punishing. I let him off with a warning. Look up, to search for. Look up this word in dictionary. Look up to respect. The servant looked up to you as his master. Look through, to examine. I am looking through this case of murder. Look after, to take care of. She looked after me. Look for, to search for. He was looking for this lost bag. Look over, to examine. The teacher looked over my answers. Look into, to investigate. They looked into the matter. Look in, to pay a short visit. I shall look in this morning to see how she is. Make up a quarrel, to end it. They have made up their quarrel. Make up with, to settle one's difference with. Let us make it up with him. Make off with, to run away with. He made off with my bicycle. Make out. To discover the meaning of. To understand. I cannot make out the meaning of this phrase. Pass away. To die. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru passed away in 1964. Pass off. To vanish. To happen. The clouds are passing off today. Pass by. To pass along. To side off. I passed by the railway station. Pass for. Be regarded as. He passes for a great scholar. Put out. To extinguish. Please put out the lamp. Pull up. To rebuke. The servant was pulled out by his boss. Put on. To wear. Put on your dress. Put in. To submit. I have put in all my testimonials for interview. Put down. To write. Please put down the letter to your father. Put up. To raise. They put up a tent. I shall put you up when you come here. Put back. To restore to the original place. Put back this chair in the room. Run about. To walk here and there. The students are running about on the ground. Run after. To pursue. A dog ran after me but couldn't bite me. Run over. To be crushed. A man was run over by a train. Run away. To flee. The thief ran away after seeing the police. Run away with. To make off with. He ran away with my purse. Run down. To become weak. I feel run down after recovery from fever. Set in. To begin. Winter has set in. Set off. To depart. I set off for Haridwar today. Set up. To start. I have set up my project. Set about. To begin. The doctor should set about your treatment seriously. Take on. To undertake work. I do not want to take on this service. Take 2. To develop a habit. He has taken to drinking. Take off. To remove. The crisis should be taken off from the school. Take up. To begin a hobby. I have taken up painting. Take down. To write. He took down the class notes. Take in. To deceive. I was taken in by my friend. Take in. To deceive. I was taken in by my friend. Try out. To test. You may try out my honesty. Turn into. To convert into. Turn these sentences into Hindi. Turn down. To reject. They have turned my application down for loan. Turn about. To face in a new direction. The police force turned about and fell upon the thieves. Turn away. Refuse admittance to. All the boys were turned away. Turn up. To show oneself, to appear. He has promised to come but he never turned up. Turn out. To produce. I turned out photographs every day. Turn against. To be opponent. He had turned against me. Turn over. To consider. She will turn over the matter in her mind.
End of chapter. Click here to go to the next chapter.